Hi, Taurus. So happy that you're here. Thank you for watching, listening, supporting, and for sharing this journey of growth and experience on this path of yours. And so I felt led this morning by Spirit to use my energy deck to um, to receive the messages that Spirit has for us through the cards. I also am an intuitive reader, so whatever I pick up on that Spirit has to say that's not in the cards, that'll come through as well. Uh, why don't we just give a moment of thanks to your Divine Creator, to your guides for bringing this message forth to you now. And maybe just do a breath in and out to clear out the energy. Excuse me. That was, whatever energy you had, that's sort of the energy of the day before or whenever, depending on when you're listening, just whatever energy is there, you kind of just stir the pot a bit. Make sure that you give yourself room to bring in this message, to receive it. And with that, we will begin the reading. Taurus, this morning I'm feeling very strong sense of you're fighting something. You're fighting to let go of something. You don't want to, because you're just the way you are as a Taurus, your personality. It's hard for you to let go of things. You're very, once you make a decision, you're kind of there. There really is no back and forth with. There are times when when you do, Taurus, but I feel that once that decision is made, or you're in a situation or a job or something, it's hard to let go of something. You're sort of it's also, I feel that it could be that there was some sort of falling out with someone. There were words spoken, and so you refuse to speak to that person again, or there something to that effect. So there is a very strong sense of you. They want me to show you this first. Refusing to see. Okay, now don't think this is bad reading or defensive. Don't get defensive. This is Spirit, your guides, trying to tell you that if you could just for a moment really open your eyes and your heart and let yourself, allow yourself, let go of something that you really shouldn't be hanging on to, that is not serving you. Because what happens is when we hold on to something, it stunts our growth, okay? So I'm hearing and feeling the need for you to spread your wings, okay? Now this is green, green aventurine, right? Adventurine. This stone, this healing stone, is actually really good for keeping us on our path, for keeping us in balance, in check, and for keeping us in an energy where we can, keeping the energy around us balanced so we can grow. We can continue to grow and succeed, okay? And knowing how Tauruses are, you're very set in your ways. Sometimes you're very stubborn, and that's not bad, guys. It's just it's something that but you also have a beautiful side of you, because you are ruled by the planet Venus, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Venus is your ruling planet. And as we know, Venus is about love. So you enjoy the beautiful things in life. You enjoy the aesthetic of things, the nice things, the finer things in life, right? So why then? It's almost like those two traits are fighting against each other, because when you hold on to something, then you can't see the beauty in something else, especially if that something you're holding on to is not good for you. So like I said, I feel like somebody either had some harsh words. There's going to be some different stories here, so however this resonates, just take it, and if nothing resonates, then you know what we're talking about, right? So I still feel like some of you, okay, I feel like you stood your ground in something, because I'm seeing mouth, like a mouth moving, right? And I feel like there were words that were said between you and someone else, and those words on your part were binding, because, like I said, once you commit to something, you don't let go easily of it. And I'm not saying it was your fault or you said something, you behaved badly. First of all, when we do things that we regret, or maybe we don't regret, but everything in life, guys, we're human beings, and we live a life experience. And sometimes we say or do things that maybe we shouldn't have said or done. But what happens is that we end up beating ourselves up um, for doing or saying something or having a fight with someone or whatever. But I'm feeling the presence of Archangel Michael, and he's saying you're all innocent. Um, you have the core of you is light. You're light energy. So whatever you did or said or whatever happened or whatever circumstance it was, where you're clinging and hanging onto something for dear life, you have to realize that it's okay. It's okay to say you're sorry to yourself or even to someone else. It's okay. And I'm not saying whatever happened was all your fault. I'm saying that it's okay to allow yourself to let go of things, okay? Because I feel like you can hang on to something for a bit. And then I feel like you could easily be triggered by something and it brings back that anger like that. And then that just kind of seals the deal for you to just keep hanging on to something. Um, Even if you know that you're, sometimes it's good to stand your ground when you know you're right about something, or to stand your ground for your beliefs, but it's also good to allow yourself to admit to yourself, okay, maybe I overreacted, or maybe I said something harshly that I shouldn't have said, or whatever. And I'm getting the sense that something, yeah, so I feel like something's kind of poking at you. It's kind of like it's bothering you, and so you're kind of, um, I feel like it could be a change in friendship with someone, or I'm not sure. There's some sort of personal relationship that's really bothering you right now. And I feel like here, so Spirit says, look, this man holding a heart, you're, he looks very serious, right? I feel like you've been very stoic and closed mouth with someone, and it's almost like you want them to see that you took your love away or your attention from them, whoever this is about, whatever situation this is. It's almost like you did this stone cold, look them in the face, and sort of sent a message. You know what? You're not going to get my tenderness and my love because, you know, I don't like what you did, what you said, whatever. And I'm not saying the other party here is innocent. I'm saying that you kind of have this, it's almost like, I'm going to, sort of teach you a lesson here. And I'm going to put see how he has his heart off to the side like this? It's almost like he or she is saying, I'm not going to give you love and affection right now because I just don't agree with the way you're acting. Whatever, you're not approving of something. It's bothering you. That's why I'm saying the green aventurine here is here. And I placed it on this card just intuitively because the Spirit says I want you to get on the right path with this, okay? I don't want you to beat yourself up over this or anything. This is not a tongue lashing, a chastising. It's let's point you in the right direction. Let's get you to open up your eyes. Let's get you to release whatever it is that you're hanging on to, because there's something There's a blessing here for you right around the corner that you're not going to see if you're hanging on to something. And so here we have the black obsidian. I believe that's the name of this stone. This stone is a stone of protection, and that's why Archangel Michael's here too. He's here to say, it's okay. You're okay if you release this burden. And you may not realize it's much of a burden, but it is a burden, and it is a roadblock. It is something that is blocking you and hindering your growth. So Archangel Michael says it's okay, it's safe. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're, like caving to someone else. This is about yourself. So they want you to flip that stubbornness around, right? They want you to flip that stubbornness around and open yourself up, not to vulnerability, to maybe vulnerability to yourself, but by opening up your heart, spreading your wings, and allowing yourself to let go of something. Now, whether or not you need to let go of this friendship and it's not serving you, fine, but don't hold on to other things and kind of just leave it trapped. You know what I mean? Don't, be the person that's like, well, I'm still here, remember? I'm your friend or was your friend, but you treated me badly, so now I'm going to treat you badly. So it could even be a romantic relationship where you're feeling this way. But it is bothering you. And being that you're the kind of personality that you love the nice things, you love the beautiful things, you like the tangible things, Spirit is saying that's great, have the great nice things in life, live large if you want, but balance it out, because you have to have that soulful spiritual experience too. So let's not do the hanging on to something, anger, fear, whatever. It doesn't mean you have to go back to that person or place or thing and say, okay, I guess I give, I'm here. It means that you allow yourself to move forward, whether it's with that person or not. But you're allowing yourself to let go of it. It's not good. We're human beings, and we do trap things within ourselves. We do it to ourselves. But Spirit says there's a blessing for you. There's something waiting to come in. And if you're hanging on to things like this, how can something pure and divine come in for you? It's just going to be marred. And so the universe holds back, and the universe is saying, when you let go of things, there's blessings coming in. There's something significant, though. There's something significant waiting for you. And you're not, and so Spirit is saying you're refusing to see, right? Now, something, I also did my Lenormand cards, okay? There's something about the sun coming out. The sun card is beautiful because it's kind of like the moon, where the moon illuminates or something's hidden that the moon brings out, right? The light of the moon brings something out of the darkness. Well, the sun, I feel like the sun is, in this case, sort of spotlighting upon this issue that you're having right now. And so in doing the Lenormand cards, I asked there's a blessing here for some sort of committed, right? Very loyal, very committed. There's something very committed. I think there's a commitment here. You know what this is? I feel like this is something fated for you on your path. But the universe is holding back because you've got to let go. You've got to spread your wings. And so there's a blessing coming in here. And it's very loving. So I feel that it could be when you let go of whatever this was, whoever this was, and you step forward within yourself and you surrender whatever it is that's been kind of holding you back from yourself growth, that this is a blessed um, another door opens for you that's divinely inspired, right? Uh, these lilies bring forth something benevolent. There's a benevolent spirit here, um, waiting to assist you or move you along your help you move along your path, right? I believe this is loyalty. This is a committed, um, a blessing. I feel like it's a blessing of commitment to something, or somebody, or maybe somebody's coming in that you can trust, okay? Because I think that you do have a little bit of a trust issue as well, because I feel like you maybe haven't had just one experience, maybe more than one, with people that, it could be even a job or a boss or somebody that, I'm going to say, I'm hearing did you wrong, right? And nobody's arguing with you that they did you wrong, but you've got to let go. You've got to stop refusing to see that there's something so much more out there than spending time on, focusing on things that aren't good for you, not good energies, okay? Sometimes we just have to leave, we have to spread our wings, we have to go, and we have to have faith and trust, and we have to allow ourselves to release things that aren't good for us. Because holding in, um, resentment or bad feelings towards somebody really means you're allowing yourself to punish yourself too. Because why would you? Okay, so what I feel here is when something happens to us that isn't pleasant, brought on by someone else, um, we tend to hold on to that, and it kind of just sits there and kind of ferments, and then we experience upsets. Um, that's not why we're here, guys. Okay? And when you do that, you're giving your power away to that situation, whatever it is. Believe me, I know. I've been there. Uh, but there comes a time when you have to say, guess what? I can't keep you. Okay. So I don't want you or this situation in my life any longer because you don't treat me good. Right? So instead of letting go of it and walking away, we hold on to it as if we're punishing that person or place or thing for treating us badly. But what we're really doing is we're keeping that event with us. And it shouldn't be a third party in our lives. It should be, okay, I'm walking away, I'm leaving, I don't want to look back now. Because I care too much about myself and my future and my growth and my success. I care too much about that to include you any longer in my life. Okay? So, Taurus, listen, it's so super important to get to that place in your heart where you can finally say, yeah, I'm done with this situation. I am going to leave. I'm done. And whether it's a relationship, whether it's a career, whether it's something, you can make plans to physically leave something, someplace, someone, something, whatever it is that's hurting you, and causing this, causing you to, stay stuck. You first have to do that within, okay? I'm not saying pack your bags and leave someone. I'm not saying, walk into your boss's office and say, that's it, I'm done today, goodbye. I'm saying we have enough intuitive, and we were created with the intellect as well as the soul, right? So body, mind, spirit. We were created with the intellect to know that you have to, it's good to plan things out before you just take action sometimes, okay? I mean, I'm not saying that sometimes it is good to take a risk, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, right? I'm kind of putting a disclaimer in here to tell you that I'm not going to sit here and tell you, pack your bags now and leave, or say this, or this. No, it's spirit trying to say, you're far more important than this. You're bigger than this. You're greater than this. And enjoying and enjoying the beauty of life is super important, especially to you, Taurus, because you value the beauty of things. You value nice car, nice house, nice home, nice clothes, whatever. You value beautiful colors and art, and so you're very you have a very beautiful soul. And so it's important, super important for you to get on with things and move on, okay? And so here, I'm just gonna show you this card here. This is from a different deck. So there is the eye that you see in the center here, okay? That's you. That's your inner higher self, if you will. The two people, that's you. That's you, your essence on one side, the truth of who you really are and what you really need and want. And then on the other side is the you that is so used to kind of just hanging on to things no matter what. And so that I in the middle is like, get into your truth and see the beauty of you. You have no trouble seeing the beauty of the world around you. See the beauty inside of you and see how, kind of look at it from the outside and see how much you've been held back from whatever the situation is, okay? And so when you do that comes abundance. Here comes Archangel Ariel to say, I'm the angel of abundance, and I wish to pour all this abundance upon you. If you could just open your eyes, if you could just let go, I can give you all this abundance here. Aren't these cards beautiful? This is the, bear with me one sec. The Vintage Wisdom Oracle, okay? One of my really dear friends gave this to me, and she knew it. She knows me. I love beauty too. I'm an air sign. I love to see beautiful things, beautiful art, and whatever. But I know you earth signs also value that as well. And so she says, this is what we want for you, right? When we, okay. So I'm picturing a river, and I will just tell you this quick story. So I was with some people, and we were in a raft going down the river, and it was a maybe 5 mile, 5 miles or so down the river. And so the river, we're thinking, oh, it's going to be an easy ride. Nope, it wasn't. So the point I'm trying to make here is, we had a rough ride. The raft ended up popping. There were a lot more rocks than we anticipated, and we didn't have the right raft. But we ended up being swept down the river. So do we want to prepare ourselves and care enough for ourselves to prepare wisely and to come to a place of peace? Or do we want to experience the choppiness of the river, the roughness? And you know what I'm trying to say, right? I feel like the Spirit is trying to say, why not flow on the river in peace? So preparing yourself to allow yourself to release, right? Making sure that you take the time to allow yourself to open up and be on that peaceful, easy river, rather than just because you've been used to doing things a certain way, like being stubborn and holding your ground no matter what. Like I said, it's okay sometimes to hold your ground, but it's not okay when it affects you spiritually, and then it stunts your growth. Spirit wants to say that there are so many blessings here for you. Like Archangel Ariel came in, and she's saying, this is what we want for you. You're a being of light. You were created in light. You were created in love by the divine creator, and you go on infinitely because you're energy. And so don't you want as much abundance as you can have and create for yourself? And the abundance is here for you guys. The blessings are here. Everything that we can manifest, it's already here. It's a matter of us aligning our body, mind, spirit so that we can receive those things. Okay? Put your intention out there and ask the divine to help you. Ask your guides to help you to open up your heart and to release and surrender those things that shouldn't be, you shouldn't be clinging to. Okay? It's really important right now because there's a lot of wild stuff going on in the world, right? There's a lot of harsh energies that come in. It's important to keep yourself in balance and to surrender and release those things. I know it's not easy because we're human beings, but it's really important to keep yourself in balance and in check so that when something does arise, because we are human beings, things will arise, that we know how to handle it. And we can rise above and we can still be standing when the storm passes. And so Taurus, you have this beautiful, I love the fact that you have this beautiful energy where you're set in your ways, it's kind of. So you're kind of stubborn in some ways, but in some ways that's good. So this is not a reading, it's not a message of criticism. It's who you are. And in some ways, holding your ground, standing your ground without wavering is amazing in certain things. But like Spirit says here, in regards to this, whatever situation this is, don't ever hold back. Don't ever mess with your heart, your love, feelings, whatever. Don't ever do that, and especially don't do that to someone else. It's not good for you. It's not good for your karma. It's so I'm gonna move on from that because here, right, you're opening the door to allow spirit to come in, and to move in your life like you've never known before, with this opportunity here to let go and release and surrender, to spread your wings. There's so much out there for you. There's so much abundance and so much promise of a really good life. And some of you might even have a good life right now. But think how much more it could be if you just surrender, okay? There is a time right now of healing for you. And I do believe that, you know, there could be a certain someone or something that has happened in your past that, you know, it affected you so deeply that you may even dream about it. You may think about it. You may be triggered by certain things, and certain things remind you of it. And you haven't let go. It's important to allow yourself to let go. For yourself. I'm going to repeat that. That's because Spirit is repeating this. Because you are super important. You are to your divine creator. You have your space where you are in this world. And when you travel from this world and leave this world, your spirit goes on. Your energy goes on. And so it's super important that you make the best of it while you're here. Okay? I'm not saying you guys' life are going to be cut short. I'm saying it's super important to allow yourself to heal. Don't hold back the healing. It's like refusing to clean out a wound, and then it festers and it gets really disgusting and smelly, and it could threaten infection could threaten your life at some point if you don't treat it. And so that's the way it is here. If you don't help yourself move past this, and move on from this, your spiritual health is going to be your growth is going to be stunted, and you're going to miss the blessings along the way. Because guys, I always say this journey is about the journey. And so when we try to rush past things or hold ourselves back from things, or something is holding us back, we miss those things. And what if they're important things? And so I believe, my own personal belief, that when we all have a timeline of when we're born and when we as a human, and then we end as a human. And I believe that during this time, if we don't move past things, if we don't learn lessons, we have to repeat them in another life until we finally get it, until we finally let go. So Taurus says you could be in many lifetimes going through the same things. So it's super important to let go so you can break the cycle. So that when you do go on, you don't have to repeat those lessons anymore. You don't have to. You might notice too that you could be running into people or situations that are similar to what you've gone through, that you kind of held on to and you didn't let go of. Because the universe is giving you opportunities to learn to release and let go, so you can progress, so you can move forward, so you can enjoy life, and so you can have the abundance of prosperity that you're meant to have. Okay? I'm going to just bear with me. I don't have my tripod today, so I'm just using my camera by hand. So I always like to include Archangel Michael here because he is our guide. He is like our big brother, and he's got this fantastic advice for us always. Sorry about the camera again. But I am going to ask him to kind of give us some advice here. What is it, Archangel Michael, that you want to say? It's this one. Advice for the Tauruses. Okay. All right. So your children are watched over by angels. In this case, I believe it's your inner child. It is your vibrancy. It is your life force that is being dampened and not being fully in full vitality because of certain things that have happened, okay? Yeah. All right. So his advice is, for some of you, spend some time outdoors, okay? I believe that the healing energy of nature can help you. That's what I'm feeling. That you can, since you do enjoy beauty and the nice things in life, the finer things in life, the aesthetic of things, really look at nature at some point and feel the breeze, feel the night sky. If it's a night sky, feel the sun on you if there's sun out. If you can see the sun or feel the sun. But enjoy the outdoors. Enjoy spending time grounding yourself on the grass, even in bare feet, or touching it with your hands. And so I feel that even the trees, everything gives off energy. So I feel that even touching a tree even could help you, because look, there's energy healing work at hand here for you. For you. Okay? This isn't about anyone else. Yes, there was maybe a situation with someone or something where you work or whatever it was that you ended up feeling hurt or upset or whatever. There's energy healing work for you. Okay? This isn't about let's get even with that other person. Hope they experience their karma for what they did to me. No, this is about you being able to let go of some things, to move on. That energy healing is here for you. Just please, Spirit is saying, just open up to it, because we want you to experience life to the fullest and enjoy instability. And if there are hiccups along the way, then you can handle them better. You can know that you can let go, and you know which battles are yours and which ones you can let go of, right? So yes, there are some things that we have to stand up for, and other things that we have to let go of, right? So I believe that's all there is for this reading today, and I do hope you've enjoyed it. I do hope you have a beautiful day and days to come, and I will be back with some other readings whenever Spirit guides me. But thank you for being here. Thank you for listening and supporting. And please don't forget to give a thumbs up if you like the video, if you like the message, and just for support in general. Have a beautiful day to all of you. Namaste.